Good evening, everyone. We welcome you here to the August edition of the Bunker Hill Shootout, sponsored by the Goshen Center Rear Tent Club. We're happy that you're with us this evening. I would ask at this time that you would please stand as our color guard presents our colors. This is the VFW Meander Post 9571. We have Tom Camp, Larry Truitt, Dave Popa, Tom Check, and Fred Schrock. Thank you. I would ask that you would please remain standing as we have to offer a word of prayer this evening. Our great and glorious God, we come before you for another fun night together. Lord, we thank you that the rain has subsided enough that we can have this August pool, that we can come. We thank you that we can move freely in this country. Lord, thank you for these veterans, for those veterans serving around the world, past and present. Those that are future. We have a young man from the food stand that just graduated from the Coast Guard today. We ask your special blessing on them, on our country. We thank you for the freedom. We know that it wasn't free. It was paid for with a terrible price. Lord, as we celebrate this 250th anniversary of our country, we're so thankful to these soldiers, sailors, Marines, Coast Guard, whatever branch they served in. Thank you for their dedication. Thank you for their belief in you. Thank you for carrying them through. Lord, we ask that you would watch over us this evening, keep us safe, help us to have a good time, to enjoy one another's presence here, and to give you all the honor and glory. In the precious name of Jesus Christ we pray. Amen. All right, couple orders of business. I did see at least one person in the crowd over here saluting. So I've got to believe that that was a veteran. If you are a veteran, please stand up. I want to see you. Wave your hand. Thank you for your service. Couple things I'd like to share with you this evening. Goshen Center Rear Tent Club is a nonprofit group for sure, and we raise monies to give away to our communities. You've heard it before. We do our fire department. We do our schools. We do $8,000 worth of scholarships a year. We just try to be wherever there is a need. We put wheelchair ramps up for folks in the community. It's a labor of love. We're all volunteers. We actually pay dues to do it. If you live in an area that doesn't have a rear tent club and you would like to know more about it, I live in the corner of the food stand. So come and see me. I happen to serve on the national board, and I would be glad to offer you membership in our club or see about starting a club somewhere else. We do have a couple things besides that. There is no smoking in the stands, so if you need a smoke, please come down. You'll get one warning, and then you're going to hit the driveway. So please don't smoke. Be mindful and respectful of others. We do have, this evening, we're going to draw our gun raffle. If you have purchased a gun raffle ticket, You don't have to be here for it. We'll probably do it 9:30-ish, something like that, depending on how the night goes. We do have some more tickets, so we'll have somebody coming out, walking in front of you in a little while, or you can come over to the food stand and ask where the raffle tickets are. They're $20 a piece. There are 4 guns to be raffled. There's a Canic 9mm, a Sig Sauer 9mm, a Henry Golden Boy 357 mag rifle, and a Panzer Tactical Stars and Stripes 12-gauge shotgun. So $20 a ticket. Please come over to the food stand, and like I said, we'll be around later before we draw. We'd like to sell as many of these as we can because all the profits plus go to our scholarship program. So very important that we continue to do that. Other than that, I'll get out of here and let you see what you came for. Thank you for supporting us. We appreciate your patronage. Have a good night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are just about ready to go. Kicking off night number 1 here of the August session at Bunker Hill Shootout. We've got 5 classes ready to go tonight. Starting things off with the Hot Rod V8s, followed by the 2.6 Pro Street diesel trucks. Then the Hot Farm Super Farm, 3.6 Pro Street semis, and we'll round out the evening with the Street Stock semis. So we will be set to go here in just a couple moments. Our first tractor coming to line out of Clinton, Pennsylvania. This is going to be Dan Janoski, the first of 4 entries from the Janoski pulling team. With the Farmall M, he calls the M. So Dan Janoski getting set to go. Kicking off the Hot Rod V8s. Dan Janoski with the M. We'll wait to get his official distance from the laser. And we'll find out if he is going to keep that and if our sled is set. And the distance for Dan Janoski in the M, 315.20. 315.20. So we'll find out from trackside, make sure our sled is set and if he is going to keep that. But 315 right now, the mark in the class. All right, so word from trackside, our sled is set. So we are officially underway in the class. The mark to beat at 315.2. That's going to bring up our next tractor. Out of East Springfield, Pennsylvania with the Massey Harris 44. This is going to be Zach English with the tractor called the Red Slinger. Already a couple top 3 finishes here in 2026. A very strong competitor. So Zach English going to get that chain tight. We got a green light on the sled. Green flags are out. The red slinger looking to go beyond 315. Zach English with the red slinger. Looked like might have been having a little bit of clutch trouble. That tractor did not want to come off the line for him, right? And the distance for Zach English in the red slinger, 291.07, 291.07. All right, so our next tractor getting set to come to the track out of Mechanicstown, Ohio, with a 1961 John Deere. This is going to be Tim Hawk with the tractor called the Dark Side Deere. So that marked a beat still out at 315.2. While we got a moment, I'd like to thank our platinum sponsors in 2026 here at the Bunker Hill Shootout, Stratton Chevy All-Stars and Leyden Oil, your platinum sponsors for the Bunker Hill Shootout in 2026. So the John Deere getting ready to go. One final pass of the scraper roller. Ted Ferguson and the Bunker Hill crew doing an awesome job getting this track put together out here today. One of the best pulling surfaces in the region. As Tim Hawk gets the chain tight, we got the green flags out. Tim Hawk, the Dark Side Deere. Tim Hawk with the Dark Side Deere getting stopped up around that 300 mark. We'll get his official distance, see where he stacks up in the class. Tim Hawk, the distance 305.84, 305.84, moves him into that number 2 spot. Next competitor coming out to the line from Georgetown, Pennsylvania with a John Deere 4020. This is going to be Dino Guerreri with the tractor called the Green Reaper. Dino's got that chain tight. We got green lights on the sled. Green flags are out. And he's going to be up there around that 300-foot mark. And the distance for Dino Guerreri with the dark side, or with the Green Reaper, 296.14, 296.14. So that'll put him number 3 in the class right now. Our second competitor out of the Janoski pulling team from Clinton, Pennsylvania with the farm all 1206. This is Jeremy Seibel with the tractor called Leaded. He's already got 1 win on the season, several top 3 finishes, so very strong running tractor. So he's going to look to get out beyond that 3:15 lead mark. These tractors ran last night up at the Ashtabula County Fair. Very, very close distances up there. Several tractors within less than a foot of each other. Right now, Dan Janoski holding on to that lead at 3:15. We'll see what Jeremy Seibel can do with Leaded. Oh, that's a big pass there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if he's going to move that leader cone. I think he got beyond that 3:15 mark. We'll wait to get his official distance from the laser. And the distance for Jeremy Seibel and Leaded, 3:30.51, 3:30.51. He's your new leader. So the Janoski team right now 1 and 2 in the class, and this will be the 3rd entry from the Janoski pulling team getting ready to come to the line. Out of Clinton, Pennsylvania, this is going to be Mike Janoski with the tractor called the Bowtie Binder. He was your winner last night up at the Ashtabula County Fair. Already has 2 wins on the season, as well as a couple top 3 finishes. So Mike Janoski now looking to go beyond that 3:30 mark. See if he can put 3 of the 4 Janoski tractors into that top spot. scraper roller. Green flags are out. Mike Janoski, the bow tie binder. Oh, he's going to be up there close to that lead mark. Not sure if he got beyond 330, but we'll see where he's going to stack up in that leaderboard. And the distance for Mike Janoski in the bow tie binder, 326.09, 326.09. Currently puts him number 2, as right now the 3 Janoski tractors sitting in the top 3 spots in this class. Jeremy Seibel in the lead at 330, Mike Janoski in second at 326, and Dan Janoski in third at 315. So our next competitor getting ready to come to the track out of Ashland, Ohio with a cock-shut 40. This is going to be Seth Shakely with the Homestead hand-me-down. So Seth Shakely getting set to go with the Homestead hand-me-down, looking to get out beyond that 330 lead mark. He's going to get stopped up around that 290 mark. We'll wait to get his official distance. And the distance for Seth Shakely with the Homestead hand-me-down, 293.96, 293.96. So our next competitor getting ready to come to the line out of Mercer, Pennsylvania with the Oliver Super 88. This is going to be Dennis Moose with the tractor called the Row Crop Roadrunner. A strong competitor in the class, still looking to pick up his first win here in 2026 on the CS circuit. All right, so Dennis Moose got that chain tight. Looking for the green flags. See if he can get out beyond that 330 lead mark. Dennis Moose, the Row Crop Roadrunner. Dennis Moose going to get stopped up around that 3:10 mark. While we wait to get his official distance, want to remind everybody, if you want to follow along with live results, live points, and live lineup, head on over to cspulling.live, cspulling.live. And the distance for Dennis Moose, 3:11.12, 3:11.12. So Dennis Moose moving into that number 4 spot in the class at 3:11.12. So right now the top 3 spots still the Janoski tractors as we get ready to bring the 4th entry from the Janoski pulling team to the line. With the Minneapolis Moline, this is Tom Janoski with the tractor called Old Yeller. He has one top 3 finish so far here in 2026. Still looking to pick up his first win on the season as he's going to look to put those 4 Janoski tractors in the top 4 spots right now. So Tom Janoski just about set to go. See if he can get Old Yeller out past that 3:30 mark. Like to thank another one of our sponsors in 2026, Warren Diesel Injection. Warren Diesel Injection, a sponsor of both the Bunker Hill Shootout and CS Pulling Promotions. So like to thank Jesse Warren and the crew from Warren Diesel Injection. All right, green flags are out. Tom Janoski, Old Yeller. Tom Janoski, Old Yeller, going to be right up there near that lead mark. And the distance for Tom Janoski and Old Yeller, 3:25.86, 3:25.86. Moves him into the number 3 spot. Currently puts the Janoski team 1 through 4 in the class, with Jeremy Seibel in the lead, led it at 3:30. Mike Janoski number 2 at 3:26. Tom Janoski moving into that 3rd spot at 3:25, and Dan Janoski in 4th at 3:15. We've still got a lot of tough running tractors yet to go in this hot rod V8 class, as we get ready to bring our next competitor out onto the sled. Out of Clinton, Pennsylvania, with the Minneapolis Moline G1000. This is the first of 3 entries from the Roy pulling team. This is John Roy with the tractor called Never Satisfied. Already has 1 top 3 so far this season. See if John Roy can get out past that 3:30 mark. Or See if he can get up there in that top leaderboard and shake things up in the top 5, as right now the Janoski team holding on to 4 of the top 5 spots. Oh, he's going to be close. See if he can shake up that leaderboard for John Roy, and never satisfied. And the distance for John Roy, never satisfied, 321.55. 321.55. So that'll move him into the number 4 spot in the class. So shaking up that leaderboard a little bit as John Roy moves into the number 4 spot. Up next on the sled out of East Canton, Ohio, with the Ford 6000 Commander, this is going to be Mike Clapper with the tractor he calls the Blue Binder. So we'll see what Mike can do with the Ford. See if he can shake up that leaderboard. Jeremy Seibel still holding on to that lead at 330.5. All right, green flags are out. Mike Clapper with the Blue Binder. And he's going to get stopped right around that 300 mark for Mike Clapper with the Blue Binder. We'll get his official distance from the laser. And Mike's distance with the Blue Binder, 293.9, 293.9. Still a few more tractors to go. Some tough competitors still in that lineup back there in the staging area. As we get ready to bring the next tractor out from Hadley, Pennsylvania with the Ford 5000. This is going to be Clay Sindlinger with the tractor called Ripped Up. We got a moment here. I'd like to thank a few of the gold level sponsors here at the Bunker Hill Shootout in 2026. Chrome Depot, C. Tucker Cope, Rogers Mill, CTM Labeling Systems. I'd like to thank all the sponsors Without them, we would not be able to put on such great events. So big shout out to all our sponsors. How about it? If you're having a great time out here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Let the Bunker Hill crew know you're having a good time. I think we can get louder than that. Come on, make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. Clay Sindlinger ripped up. See if he can get up in there and shake up that top 5. And the distance for Clay Sindlinger with a ripped up 3:14.53, 3:14.53. So just missing that top 5 at 3:14. As we get ready to bring our next tractor to the line out of Homeworth, Ohio with the Farmall M. This will be Farrell Belknap with the tractor called the Mistress. So we'll see if he can get this tractor up there in that top 5. All right, so getting ready to go. Farrell Belknap with the Mistress. And putting down a good solid pass. Going to get stopped up around that 280 mark. We'll wait to get the official distance from the laser. For Farrell Belknap with the Mistress. And the distance 277.69, 277.69. Our next tractor getting set to go, the second entry out of the Roy pulling team from Clinton, Pennsylvania with the Farmall 706. This is going to be Lou Roy with the tractor called Mad Jack. 1 win on the season, and it was right here at the Bunker Hill Shootout back in June. Picked up the win on Friday night. All right, so Lou Roy getting ready to go with Mad Jack. See if he can get out beyond that 3:30 lead mark. Looking to pick up another win in 2026. See if he can do it 2 times here at the Bunker Hill Shootout. Green flags are out. Lou Roy, Mad Jack. Lou Roy, Mad Jack. Looks like he got beyond that leader cone, but we'll wait to get the official mark from the laser. Boy, talk about close, ladies and gentlemen. He needed to go beyond 3:30. Distance for Lou Roy and Mad Jack, 329.51, 329.51. So currently puts him number 2 in the class. So just about a foot behind that lead mark for Lou Roy and Mad Jack. While we got a moment, I'd like to thank a few more of our gold level sponsors: Cornerstone Electric, KRS Guns, John Roy Trucking, and Mac Trailer. And again, like to thank our platinum level sponsors, Stratton Chevy All-Stars and Leyden Oil. Stratton Chevy is a proud supporter of tonight's tractor pool located on State Route 14 in Beloit. Stratton Chevy is dedicated to providing quality vehicles, dependable service, and a strong commitment to customer satisfaction. Their team proudly serves drivers throughout the area with both new and pre-owned vehicles, along with expert automotive service. We appreciate their support for local pulling and community events. For sales service, call Stratton Chevrolet at 330-537-3151. Also, Leyden Oil Company in Youngstown, Ohio. Leyden Oil Company supplies fuels, lubricants, and specialty chemicals to industries including automotive and manufacturing with more than 100 years of experience. That's Leyden Oil. So on the line now, the third entry out of the Roy pulling team. This is Logan Neely with the Roy toy getting set to go. Farmall M. So have a little bit of issues there with the tractor coming off the line. We'll see what he can do. Logan Neely with the Roy toy. Logan Neely getting up there just beyond that 300-foot mark. So we'll wait to get his official distance from the laser. And the distance for the Roy toy, 299.92, 299.92. So one more to go in the Hot Rod V8 division. Another tractor out of Clinton, Pennsylvania. with an Oliver 1850. This is going to be Michael Palmer with the tractor called Haterade. Has one top 3 finish in 2026. Still looking to pick up his first win. So we'll see if Michael Palmer can get out past that 330 mark. Our final hook in the Hot Rod V8s. All right, green flags are out. Michael Palmer with Haterade. Michael Palmer with Haterade. Tractor did a little bit of bouncing on him off the starting line. Was able to finally get to settle down, but definitely cost him some distance, so we'll wait to get his official mark. And the distance for Michael Palmer, 305.00, 305.00. So run down to your top 5 in the Hot Rod V8 division. In 5th place is going to be John Roy, Never Satisfied. 4th's going to go to Tom Janoski with Old Yeller. 3rd's going to go to Mike Janoski with the Bow Tie Binder. 2nd place is going to go to Lou Roy with Mad Jack. And your winner tonight at 330 feet, Jeremy Seibel with Leaded. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Big round of applause for all of our Hot Rod V8 competitors. So we'll get the sled reset as we get ready to go with our next division.
Thanks for paving the road. Thanks for cutting that road. I think we dug more holes than we've ever dug in our lives. No, we've never dug those many holes. Tomorrow? Not be over Saturday.
All right, well, we got a moment here. I'd like to thank a couple more of our gold level sponsors: K. Palmer Insurance, Engineering Direct, Nate August Trucking, and the Barnes Agency. So quick adjustment on the Track Boss weight transfer machine as we get ready to go with 2.6 Pro Street diesel trucks. And our first competitor set to come to the line out of New Galilee, Pennsylvania with the Dodge 2500. This is Matt Deal with the truck called Working On. So getting set to go with the 2.6 diesel trucks. Sponsored by Apex Diesel, the class sponsor with CS Pulling Promotions in 2026. So Matt Deal firing up back there in the stage area. Bringing the truck out onto the line, starting things off with 2.6 Pro Street Diesel. These trucks are limited to a 2.6-inch smoothbore turbocharger, running on DOT tires. They are allowed to run front hanging weight in this class, pulling off of a drawbar style hitch instead of a Reese hitch receiver style hitch. So Matt Deal kicking things off here in 2.6. He's had multiple top 3 finishes so far here in 2026, but still looking to pick up his first win. All right, so getting set to go. Well, we got a moment here. Also want to remind everybody the official Bunker Hill merchandise stand is open, located over in the food booth. Make sure you get on over there and check out all the t-shirts. The all-new t-shirt design featuring 3 competitors here from the Bunker Hill Shootout. All right, so it looks like Matt's got that chain tight. We got a green light on a sled. Green flags are out. Let's see what Matt Deal can do with Working On. Matt Deal working on putting down a good pass to kick things off. We'll wait to get his official mark. Find out if he's going to keep that or if he's going to run again. Matt's distance 326.8286. 326.86. Find out, make sure our sled is set. As Matt Deal goes 326.86. All right, so the word track side is our sled is set. Matt is going to keep that hook, so we are officially underway in the 2.6 division at 326.86. We're also streaming tonight's event live over on the CS Pulling Promotions media pages. If you head on over to YouTube, TikTok, or Facebook, you can always follow along live and free all the CS Pulling events. So if you know somebody that couldn't make it out tonight and they want to watch the pool, let them know. Head on over to CS Pulling Promotions and watch along live. And if you want to keep up with live results, head on over to cspulling.live. That's cspulling.live for up-to-date leaderboards, lineups, and points. So getting ready to go. Our next competitor on a sled out of Elwood City, Pennsylvania with the 79 Chevy Silverado. This is going to be Renee Dean with the truck called the Harvest Wrecker. Already has 2 wins in the 2026 season. So how about it? Where's all my lady driver fans out there? Make some noise! So Renee Dean getting ready to go. See if she can get out past that 326 mark. See if she can get out past 326. She was your winner last night up at Ashtabula County. The truck made a snapping sound coming off the starting line. Maybe something broke in the drive line and she was having a hard time getting a hold of the track, so they're going to check the drive line out on that truck. All right, so the tow vehicle comes onto the track. So unfortunately, something broke in the drive line on that truck. So that is going to be it for Renee. So her distance 74.75, 74.75. Give her a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Tough break. A very tough competitor in this class. Having a little bit of issues here tonight. So the word from trackside is something definitely come apart in the drive line as they are down there picking up pieces and parts off the track. So we'll get the track cleaned up and get ready to go with our next competitor coming in out of Beringsville, Pennsylvania, all the way out in eastern Pennsylvania. This truck has been running several events on the CS circuit. Has had a top 3 finish with CS in 2026. This is going to be David Heller with the truck called Come and Get It. So he's about 5 hours away from home, making the trip over here. He's been running with us all week. Started out the week over in Butler, Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, that event got rained out on Tuesday night. Made an exhibition pass at the farm show on Wednesday. Last night headed up to the Ashtabula County Fair. And he's going to wrap up his series with us here this week. Right here tonight. See if he can get out beyond that 326 mark. A good running Chevrolet in out of eastern Pennsylvania for David Heller. Come and get it. David Heller. Come and get it. Wait to get his official mark. Does not look like he got out past that 326. We'll see what his official distance is. And the distance for David Heller, come and get it, 306.85, 306.85. So good solid pass. Another very competitive class with CS in 2026. We've seen these trucks just inches apart multiple times, as we've seen multiple winners. Anybody's game, as some of the toughest 2.6 trucks from the region are here tonight. And an all-new truck to the 2.6 division in 2026. This is Frank Field out of Edinburgh, Pennsylvania, with the truck called Always Late. This truck, a former competitor in the open street diesel division. Made the jump back and forth last year a couple times from open street to 2.6. Converted the truck fully over to the 2.6 division for 2026. They've been working hard trying to get this truck to dial in, looking for the top spot finish still here this season. Out of the Warren Diesel shop. So Frank Field getting set to go with the Ford, Always Late. All right, green flags are out. Let's see what Frank can do. Looking to get out beyond 326 for that lead. Frank Field with Always Late, putting down a good run. Does not look like he's going to get beyond that lead cone. Wait to get his official distance from our laser. And the distance for Frank Field, Always Late, 313.90, 313.90. So that'll put him in the number 2 spot. While we got a moment, I'd like to thank a few more of our gold sponsors for 2026: Mahoning County Farm Bureau, Land Pro Equipment, Damascus Hardware and Water, and Sebring Hardware. So our next competitor set to go out of Ashland, Ohio with the 06 Dodge 3500. This is going to be James Etlin with the truck called Dirty Silver. see what James can do with Dirty Silver. Looking to get out beyond that 326 lead mark. One final pass to the scraper roller. Ted Ferguson doing an awesome job keeping that track surface smoothed up all night long out here. Oh, it's gonna be close. We'll see if he got beyond that 326 mark. He needed to go beyond 326 for the lead. Distance for James with Dirty Silver, 331.66. He's your new leader. So right now, Dodge number 1, Dodge number 2, and Ford number 3. As another tough running Dodge getting set to come to the line. Out of Adamsville, Pennsylvania with an 08 Dodge 3500. This is going to be Trevor Rainey with the truck wound tight. Now this truck already has a win here at the Bunker Hill Shootout in 2026, but Trevor was not able to do the driving that night, so Dustin Harrison from the Apex Diesel shop was doing the driving that night. This truck comes out of the Apex shop. The 2-6 Pro Street Division, sponsored by Apex Diesel in 2026. So Trevor has 3 top finishes and a consistent truck in the top 3 all season. So looking to make it win number 4 here tonight at the Bunker Hill Shootout for Trevor Rainey and wound tight. Looking to get beyond that new lead mark of 331. Trevor Rainey wound tight right up there near that lead cone. So we'll wait to get his official distance, see if he got beyond that 331. He needed to go beyond 331. He goes 325.24. 325.24, so puts him in the number 3 spot. So these trucks stacking up real tight up there near that 330 mark. We've still got a couple more competitors to go in the 2-6 division. And another tough competitor getting set to come to the line. Out of Chest Springs, Pennsylvania with a 1978 Ford. This is going to be Amanda Weekland with the truck just putting up a fight. Already 2 wins with CS in 2026. and multiple top 3 finishes. So how about it? Our second lady driver of the class. Lady driver fans, make some noise. Amanda Weekland getting ready to go with Just Putting Up a Fight. How many think the lady driver can take over the lead? Make some noise. Right now we've got 3 Dodges in the top spot. We'll see if the Ford can take over the lead. Now this Ford does have the Cummins motor under the hood. A very well-traveled truck in the 2.6 division. They have made the trip down to the state of Georgia to compete in diesels and dark corners. This truck's also traveled out into the Midwest to compete against some of the toughest trucks in the nation and has brought home a win at that pool out in the Midwest. Amanda's husband Mike getting her backed into the sled. Mike runs in the Light Pro class with the John Deere. A family that definitely loves truck and tractor pulling. They have multiple pulls a year at their facility out in Chest Springs. They have one coming up in October. They use those events to raise money for charity. So Amanda Weekland getting ready to go. See if she can get beyond that 3:31 lead mark. All right, so Amanda Weekland getting that chain tight. We got a green light on the sled. Green flags are out. Amanda Weekland just putting up a fight. Amanda Weekland just putting up a fight. So we'll wait to get her official distance. She needed to go beyond 3:31.6. And the distance for Amanda Weekland with just putting up a fight, 3:32.87. She's your new leader! Amanda Weekland just putting up a fight. So moving that leader cone about a foot up the track with one more truck to go. So one more truck to go in the 2.6 Pro Street class out of Galion, Ohio with a 94 Dodge. This is going to be Terry Souter with the truck called Bishop. So he's going to look to get beyond that 3:32 mark. right, so final pass of the scraper rollers. Terry gets that chain tight. Gonna look to get beyond 332. Terry Souter with Bishop. We'll wait to get the official mark, and then we'll give you a rundown of the top 5 in the class. And Terry's distance 306.05, 306.05. So run down to your top 5 in the 2-6 Pro Street class. 5th place is going to go to Frank Field with Always Late. 4th is going to go to Trevor Rainey with Wound Tight. 3rd is going to go to Matt Deal with Working On. 2nd place is going to go to James Etchen with the Dirty Silver. And your winner tonight at 332 feet, Amanda Weekland, just putting up a fight.
As I told you at the beginning of the evening, we will draw our raffle tickets for tonight's gun raffle somewhere around 9:30, 10 o'clock. You don't have to be here to win. We have got this gentleman here in the lime shirt with a pretty little red head with him. The tickets are $20 a piece. All the monies go to our scholarships. And if you would like a ticket, they're going to walk on down through here, flag them down. There's 2 9mm. One's a Canic, one is a SIG. There is a 357 mag Henry Big Boy and a 12 gauge tactical shotgun, all camoed and got the American flag on it. So if you have any interest in a raffle ticket, catch these guys as they walk down through and they'll take care of it. Be glad to take your money. Thank you.
All right, so block of weight going into the Track Boss transfer machine. Each one of those blocks weighs in right around 2,000 pounds, so we're going to add some weight to the sled before we get set to go in the Hot Farm Super Farm class. Just want to remind everybody that if you want to predict the winner for the classes, you can head on over to cspulling.live, take your prediction over there. Right now, Jace's Pulling is 2 for 2 on the predictions. So if you want to check out the predictions, see all the live results, current lineups, and point standings, head on over to cspulling.live. Again, while we got a couple minutes, make sure you head on back, grab some food at the food stand. And while you're back there, check out the official Bunker Hill merchandise stand. Lots of great merchandise back there. Make sure you get your shirts before they run out of the size or color you're looking for. set to go with Hot Farm Super Farm action. Our first competitor out of New Wilmington, Pennsylvania with the John Deere 6030. This is going to be Brad McFarland with the tractor called Untamed. Already has 2 wins under his belt so far this season. An all-new engine build for 2026. Now this is a Super Farm tractor, so this is a combination class between the Hot Farms and the Super Farms. The easiest way to tell the 2 different tractors apart by looking at the rear tires. The Super Farms running a 24.5-inch rear tire. Hot Farms running a 20.8-inch rear tire. The Super Farms limited to 640 cubic inches. The Hot Farms limited to 510 cubic inches. Super Farms weighing in at 9,300 pounds. Hot Farms weigh 9,500 pounds. But very, very competitive on horsepower. Super Farms have a little bit smaller turbocharger. So bigger cubic inch, smaller turbocharger, bigger tires. The Hot Farm tractor, smaller tire, smaller cubic inch with a bigger turbocharger. But very, very competitive, as we've seen winners from both sides of the class so far in 2026, often coming down to just a matter of inches. So Brad McFarland gets the chain tight on the John Deere called Untamed. Brad McFarland and Untamed got that front end high in the air down there near the starting line. Finally got that tractor to settle in on him. Going to get stopped up around that 330 mark. We'll wait to get his official distance from the laser. And the distance for Brad McFarland and Untamed, 322.92, 322.92. So the word trackside is the sled is set. Brad's going to keep that distance, so the mark to beat, 322.92, 322.92. As we've got a lot of tough competitors to go in this class. We'll see if that lead mark can hold up. As we get ready to bring our first Hot Farm out to the line from Ashland, Ohio with a John Deere 4010. This is Adam Smith with the tractor called Wild Child Express. He's got 1 win so far this season on the CS circuit, and that came right here at the Bunker Hill Shootout. So we'll see what Adam Smith can do, looking to get beyond that 322 mark. So right now, 1 Super Farm down the track. This will be our first Hot Farm. How about it? Do I got any John Deere fans here tonight? John Deere fans, make some noise. That was pretty quiet. It must be an international crowd. Where's all my international fans at? Make some noise. One more time, John Deere fans. We've got a mix of John Deere and international here tonight, so we'll see which one will come out in that top spot. As Adam Smith getting set to go with the Wild Child Express. Looks like the tractor may have jumped out of gear as he come to a stop right around that 100-foot mark. So each competitor does have 2 attempts to get beyond that 100-foot mark. We'll find out if they are going to let him go back and give it another attempt, and if that tractor is able to go back. So talking things over with him down there trackside. We'll see if he's going to go back and give it another shot as he come to a stop just shy of that 100-foot mark. He rolled out beyond 100 feet. Now, they do not have to make a hard stop before that 100-foot mark. It looks like he's trying to get that tractor in gear, see if he can go back and try it again. And they're calling for the tow tractor. So unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it tonight. His distance, 109.35. 109.35. He's got his helmet off, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a big round of applause. Tough break tonight for Adam Smith with the Wild Child Express. Something coming apart in the drive line on that tractor caused him to come to an abrupt stop. So hopefully nothing major and he can get that tractor going again. So our next competitor getting set to the line out of West Salem, Ohio with an International 1066. This is going to be Kent Way with the tractor called Little Bro. Now you'll notice something a little bit interesting on this tractor when it comes to the line. The front end of this tractor is going to be red and it's going to say Little Bro on the side of it. But the back half of this tractor is going to be white. Well, they run 2 tractors in this pulling team. Unfortunately tonight the 2 tractors have made one, as the Little Bro tractor had a driveline failure and the Big Daddy tractor had an engine failure. So they pulled the 2 tractors apart, and since they were identical tractors, they were able to put the 2 halves together to make one complete tractor to come out here to run tonight. So the front half of this tractor is the Little Bro engine. The back half of this tractor is the Big Daddy. But Kent Way bringing that tractor out the line. So that is dedication from the pullers, ladies and gentlemen, when they are willing to take 2 tractors and put them together to make one to come out here and put a pass on for you tonight. Kent Way has a couple top 3 finishes in 2026. So we'll see if he can get out beyond that 322 lead mark for Kent Way and Little Bro. Right now, Brad McFarland holding on to that lead with Untamed. Kent Way with Little Bro. going to be up there close to that lead cone. Wait to get the official mark. And the distance for Kent Way and Little Bro, 3:16.43. 3:16.43. So that right now will put him in the number 2 spot. So Kent Way moves into the number 2 spot at 3:16. Brad McFarland holding on to lead at 3:22. As we get set to bring our next competitor to the track out of Greenville, Ohio, with the 966 International. This is going to be Charlie Palmer with the tractor called the Red Avenger Classic. So Charlie Palmer getting ready to come to the line with the Red Avenger Classic. The first tractor from the Palmer pulling team here tonight. These tractors, former competitors in the Light Pro division, cut these tractors back for 2026, moved them into the Hot Farm division. So we'll see what Charlie Palmer can do with the Red Avenger Classic. All right, green flags are out. Charlie Palmer with the Red Avenger Classic. Charlie Palmer, the Red Avenger Classic. A little bit of a wild ride. He was flirting with that right-hand white line, able to keep that tractor in bounds. So he needed to go beyond 322 for the lead. Distance for Charlie Palmer with the Red Avenger Classic. 3:26 even, he's your new leader! Charlie Palmer, the Red Avenger Classic. So the lead cone moves out to 3:26. That'll move Brad McFarland to the number 2 spot at 3:22. And Kent Way will move to the 3rd spot at 3:16. So we're going to get ready to bring the next competitor to the line, the second entry from the McFarland pulling team. Out of New Wilmington, Pennsylvania with the John Deere 4320. This is Shane McFarland with the tractor called the Rutten Buck. Now this is another all-new build for 2026, as Shane had a major engine failure a couple seasons ago. They waited a couple years to get this tractor back together. They were working on parts availability. He has come out very strong in 2026. Has a top 3 finish, still looking to pick up his first win on the season. This tractor made its 2026 season debut down at the Keystone Nationals, the indoor pool in Harrisburg, back in March. Had a very good, strong first pass out against some of the toughest super farms in the region. So he's going to look to get beyond that lead to 326. All right, we got green flags are out. Shane McFarland, the Rotten Buck. Shane McFarland with the Rotten Buck. He's right up there with that lead pack. We'll wait to get his official distance, see where that's going to place him in the class. And the distance for Shane McFarland and the Rotten Buck, 319.16, 319.16. So that currently puts him number 3 in the class. While we got a moment, I'd like to thank a few more of our gold sponsors: McFeely Lawn Care, Lee Kane Fence, Lepo Rents, Birds Love 'em Birdseed, and Wilson Excavating, a Lindy company. Also, again, like to thank our platinum sponsors, Stratton Chevy All-Stars and Leiden Oil. So our next tractor set to come to the track out of Belpre, Ohio, with an International 1066. This is Robbie Alloway with the tractor called Prime. Another good running hot farm tractor. So we'll see if he can get out beyond that 326 lead mark. We've got just a few more tractors to go, and lining up back there in the staging area, the 3-6 Pro Street semis, as we've got a tough class of semis to compete here tonight in the 3-6 Pro Street division. Green flags are out. Robbie Alloway with Prime. Robbie Alloway all over that track as he started over on that left-hand side, heading for that right-hand sideline, able to get that tractor to come back around, but definitely hard on the brakes and cost him some valuable distance. So wait to get his official mark from the laser. So Robbie Alloway with Prime goes 3:15.71, 3:15.71. Moves him into the number 5 spot. So this will be the second entry from the Palmer pulling team. This will be Mike Palmer with the tractor called the Red Avenger out of Greenville, Ohio, the International 986. Mike Palmer, the Red Avenger. So we'll look to get his official distance, see if he can shake up that leaderboard. And the distance for Mike Palmer with the Red Avenger, 3:10.30, 3:10.30. So one more to go in the Hot Farm Super Farm division. Attention to pit area, attention in the pit area. David Heller, can you please come to the announcer stand, please? David Heller, can you please come to the announcer stand? So our final tractor in the Hot Farm Super Farm getting set to go out of Volant, Pennsylvania with International 1066. This is going to be Wyatt Snyder. So we'll see if he can get out beyond that 326 mark. Right now, Charlie Palmer holding on to that lead with the Red Avenger Classic at 3:26. Wyatt Snyder getting up around that 300-foot mark. So we'll get his official distance and then a run down to your top 5 in the Hop Farm Super Farm. And the distance for Wyatt Snyder, 294.37, 294.37. So run down to your top 5 in the class. 5th place is going to go to Robbie Alloway with Prime. 4th place is going to go to Kent Way, Little Bro. 3rd is going to go to Shane McFarland, the Rutten Buck. 2nd is going to go to Brad McFarland with Untamed. And your winner tonight at 326 feet even, Charlie Palmer with the Red Avenger Classic. So we'll get the sled reset and get ready to go with 3-6 Pro Street semis. While we got a couple minutes, again, like to thank our silver level sponsors here at the Bunker Hill Shootout. Beery Garage Doors, Bennett Trailer, Deerfield Ag Services, Charlie Hoffman Septic, Baird Brothers, K&S Millwrights, White Leather Grain, Dead End Deer Processing, Marlboro Supply, Heritage Co-op, and Barnett Excavating. So getting set to go with semi-action as we've got 2 classes of semi-trucks to round out the evening. We have the 3-6 Pro Street semis and the street legal semis. Now the 3-6 Pro Street semis must be licensed for the road, but these trucks are far from stock, making just over 2,000 horsepower, limited to a 3.6 smoothbore turbocharger. Trucks weighing in at 22,000 pounds. A very tough class to go here tonight, as we've got 6 top competitors from the region. So some weight going into the sled while we got a couple minutes here. I want to remind everybody to head on over to that Bunker Hill merchandise stand. Then while you're over there, head on over to the concession stand, grab something to eat, something to drink. Lots of good food over there, lots of great merchandise. So make sure you head on over there and check that out. Again, attention in the pit area. David Heller, if you could come to the announcer stand, please. David Heller to the announcer stand, please.
Chevy drivers need a truck that shows up the same way they do. That's why Chevy Silverado is #1 in manufacturer loyalty. So they can go where others won't and always get it done.
See your local All-Star Chevy dealer today.
All right, our first competitor getting set to come to the track in 3-6 Pro Street Semis. Out of Caldwell, Ohio, this is Tom Brown with the Mack Superliner called Bulldog Mafia. A strong running V8 Mack under the hood, 998 cubic inch V8 Mack power getting set to kick things off in the 3-6 Pro Street division. Tom Brown, the Bulldog Mafia. Getting up there just beyond that 300-foot mark. We'll wait to get his official distance from the laser. And we'll find out if he's going to keep that and if our sled is set. And the distance for Tom Brown and Bulldog Mafia, 316.36, 316.36. So Tom Brown's going to turn that run down. We'll find out if our sled is set. They're going to talk things over down there on the track. Well, I got a moment here. I am joined in the booth by David Heller with the 2.6 truck. Come and get it. Now, we got a special award to present to you here tonight. Making the trip all the way in out of Eastern PA. You've been out here with us all week long, so on behalf of Dozer Dyno Service and the Bunker Hill Shootout, we want to present you with the Long Haul Award. About 350 miles to get out here, but you've been with us all week. You've been traveling. You've been out here since Tuesday. Got rained out Tuesday. Tell us a little bit about your week.
Yeah, it's been a great week. Fortunately, Tuesday was rain out. We hooked on Wednesday. Didn't do so great. Got some good data, though. It's the love of the sport that makes me travel like this. So appreciate you guys all. Awesome venue.
And we appreciate having you out. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? David Heller, your long haul award here this evening, 350 miles, making the trip to be here at the Bunker Hill Shootout. So coming up next on the sled, out of Ravenna, Ohio, this is Chase Catanese with the truck called Snowman. See if he can get out beyond. Well, no official distance yet because Tom Brown turned that run down, so we'll see what Chase can do to set the mark. So Chase Catanese, 3:13.51, and I was told that is an exhibition run. The truck did not meet the rules for the class, so that will be an exhibition pass for Chase Catanese. All right, our next truck getting ready to come to the line out of Manaway, Ohio with a 2000 W900. This is going to be Olin Benjamin with the truck called Black Panther. All right, so Olin Benjamin getting set to go. All right, green flags are out. Olin Benjamin with Black Panther. So no official distance yet in the class as Chase Catanese was an exhibition. And Tom Brown turned down his first pass. Olin Benjamin with the Black Panther. And the distance for Olin Benjamin with Black Panther, 3:03.31, 3:03.31. So that will now be the mark to beat in the class, 303.31. So we'll see Olin back also in the street semi division. A street semi truck making the jump up to try to compete with these 3-6 Pro Street guys. As we get ready to bring our next competitor to the line out of Swickley, Pennsylvania with a 96 Kenworth W900. This is going to be Mike Adams with the truck called As Is. A very tough running truck. Now, we have not seen Mike out yet in the 2026 season. They were waiting on parts for this truck. So he has not been able to come out so far in 2026. Mike Adams, As Is, getting stopped up around that 300-foot mark. We'll wait to get his official distance from the laser. And the distance for Mike Adams, 285.70, 285.70. So right now, Olin Benjamin holding on to that lead at 303. Mike Adams in second at 285. So Tom Brown's first run, he turned down a 313. Right now, that'd still be good enough for the lead. So our next competitor getting ready to go out of Atwater, Ohio with the 95 Ford L9000. This is going to be Brandon Stroop with the truck called Down to the Wire. So Brandon Stroop getting ready to go. moving that sled all the way over to the right-hand sideline. Going to try a little bit of a different line down this track. See if he can get out past that 3:03 lead mark. All right, green flags are out for Brandon Stroop. Down to the wire. Brandon Stroop down to the wire. And the distance for Brandon Stroop, 3:31.76. He's your new leader. Brandon Stroop down to the wire, moving the lead out to 3:31. So our next competitor getting set to come to the line out of Chesterland, Ohio, with the 07 Kenworth W900. This is going to be Jerry Flesher with the truck called Mr. Excavator. So Jerry Flesher getting backed into the sled. An all-new truck in the 3.6 Pro Street Division for 2026. Made a couple passes in 2025. Coming over to the circuit full-time in 2026. This truck also competes on the uphill drag racing circuit over at the Coonley Motorsports Park. And Mr. Excavator, also a sponsor of CS Pulling Promotions in 2026, along with their sister company, Devil's Trucking. So I'd like to thank Mr. Excavator and Devil's Trucking for their sponsorship in 2026. So Jerry Flesher getting set to go. Doing a little bit more work with that scraper roller out there, trying to keep that track as smooth and consistent for all our competitors as possible. So Brandon Stroop holding on to the lead with down to the wire. Olin Benjamin in second with the Black Panther, and Mike Adams in third. So getting ready to go with Mr. Excavator, looking to get out beyond that lead mark. And just got word trackside they were having an issue with the hitch on that truck, so he is going to go back in the pit and get that fixed. And we'll see him come back to the track. So he is going to drop, and we'll see him come back, and that's going to bring up our next truck. All right, so Tom Brown coming back to the sled. He was our leadoff competitor. He was at 3:13. He turned that run down. The lead mark now out at 3:31. So we'll see if he can better that 3:13, take over that top spot. Out of Caldwell, Ohio, Tom Brown with the Bulldog Mafia. See if the V8 Mac can get beyond that 3:30 mark. Tom Brown, the Bulldog Mafia. We'll see if he got out beyond that 3:30 lead mark. Looks like he did better than his first pass. So we'll wait to get the official distance from the laser. And the distance for Tom Brown, 3:19.75, 3:19.75. So right now moves him into the number 2 spot. So we'll see if Mr. Excavator can come back. And then we have one more exhibition. Chase Catanese is going to come back at the end of the class. want to thank Brian Heath for your support online. Watching along at home, Brian Heath, we want to thank you. So still working to try to get Mr. Excavator back out on the track here. So Chase Catanese going to come up for an exhibition pass. So he ran exhibition once, going to try it again. See what he can do. Catanese Excavating, another sponsor for CS Pulling Promotions in 2026. So Chase Catanese getting set to go with the truck called Snowman. Again, this is an exhibition pass, will not count in the standings. This truck normally run on the 3.6 circuit, running a 4.1 Charger under the hood right now. So did not meet the rules. So green flags are out. Chase Catanese with Snowman. Chase Catanese with Snowman. Putting down an awesome exhibition pass. Now the reason he's running the 4.1 turbocharger, if you were here in July and you notice the side of the hood on that truck, the 3.6 turbocharger came apart. He did not have another 3.6 turbo available, so put the 4.1 charger on to run exhibition. And Chase's distance 327.17, 327.17. So we'll see if we can get Jerry Flesher back to the line here to round out our 3.6 Pro Street class. We've got one more truck in this class, and we'll round out the evening with street semis. Want to remind everybody we'll be back here tomorrow night with more pulling action. The single-engine modifieds make their Bunker Hill debut, along with the Limited Pro tractors, Super Stock 410s, Classic Super Stock tractors, and Street Diesel four-wheel drive trucks. So the Super Stock 410s coming back. They got rained out in July. So they're going to make their return here to the Bunker Hill Shootout tomorrow night. So lots of great pulling action getting set to come your way. So Ted Ferguson getting that track all groomed up out there. Getting set to go with our final hook in 3-6 Pro Street. So while we got a couple moments here waiting on Mr. Excavator to get that truck fixed, we're going to turn things over to John one more time tonight, and he is going to draw your winners for the gun raffle. John, take it away down there trackside.
All right, before we draw the gun raffle tickets, I want to let you know that the food stand is just about ready to close up shop. So if you got something gnawing in your belly, go get it full before we close up. We have got Zach, one of Goshen Township's finest, here with us to draw the numbers. He did not purchase a ticket, and that's what I wanted, was somebody that did not have any skin in the game. So he's going to draw, and I've been shaking these things for the last 15 minutes. He's going to draw out of here. The first one is going to be for the Canic 9mm. These guns can all be picked up at KRS down in Columbiana. You go through the center of Columbiana on down across the railroad tracks, and it's on the right. KRS Guns. All right, the first winner is Sherry Bruner. Will be the winner of the Canic 9mm. This one is for the SIG 9mm. Mariah Novelina is the winner of the SIG. All right, this one's the one I hope my name comes out, because this is a 357 Mag Henry. Cliff. Al. Out. All right. And we will call all of these folks if you're not here this evening, so not to worry there. We'll give the list to KRS Gun. Last but not least is the tactical 12 gauge. It is a pretty nice looking 12 gauge shotgun. Brent Walk is the winner of the 12 gauge. I'd like to thank everybody for participating in this. As I said before, all proceeds from this go to our scholarship fund, so thank you very much for helping us out with that.
All right, so I want to thank everyone for buying gun raffle tickets. So waiting to hear from trackside if Mr. Excavator is going to be able to come back to the track. And then we'll get set to go with our final class of the evening, the street semis.
They had 8 medicals all at one time. 2 went out with North Star, 2 went out with Hanoverton. There was the testing with Hillman shortly after. Yeah, when the tire blew on there was a 16-year-old.
Well, we got a moment again. I'd like to thank our platinum sponsors, Stratton Chevy All-Stars and Leiden Oil, along with all of our other sponsors here in 2026. How about it, ladies and gentlemen, while we got a second here, how about a big round of applause for all of our sponsors bringing you lots of truck and tractor pulling action all summer long. And then let's give a big round of applause for the Bunker Hill crew.
As long as Chevy people keep showing up, we'll keep building trucks that do the same.
See your local All-Star Chevy dealer today.
So getting ready to go with our final truck of the class here. And getting our street semis ready to go, our final class of the evening. Right now, Brandon Stroop holding on to that lead at 3:31. And Tom Brown in second at 3:19. Again, we want to thank some of our gold level sponsors: Chrome Depot, C. Tucker Coat, Rogers Mill, CTM Labeling Systems, Cornerstone Electric, KRS Guns, John Roy Trucking, Mack Trailer, K. Palmer Insurance, Engineering Direct, Nate August Trucking, The Barnes Agency, Mahoning County Farm Bureau, Land Pro Equipment, Damascus Hardware and Water, Sebring Hardware, McFeely Lawn Care, Lee Kane Fence, Lepo Rents, Birds Love 'em, and Wilson's Excavating, a Lindy company. All right, so they got that issue fixed on that truck. So we're going to see. It unfortunately does not look like they were able to get that issue fixed. So tough break tonight for Mr. Excavator, as they were having an issue with that truck, not able to get it to work. So just a moment here, we'll get the sleddery set and get ready to go with the street semis. So run down in your Pro Street Semi class. 5th place is going to go to Jerry Flesher with Mr. Excavator. 4th is going to go to Mike Adams with As Is. 3rd is going to go to Olin Benjamin with the Black Panther. 2nd's going to go to Tom Brown with the Bulldog Mafia. And your winner tonight, Brandon Stroop with Down to the Wire. So pulling some weight out of the sled as we get ready to go with our final class of street semis. Again, want to remind everybody, come on back tomorrow night for lots of pulling action getting ready to come your way. Single engine modified tractors, limited pro tractors, super stock 4-wheel drive trucks, classic super stock tractors, and street diesel 4-wheel drives. So set to go here, and we have split the street semis into 2 divisions tonight. We'll start things off with the Cold Street semis. So we have Cold Street and Hot Street. 8 trucks in the Cold Street. As our first truck getting ready to come to the sled out of Talmadge, Ohio with a 99 Peterbilt 379. This is Joe Shannon with the truck called J-Rod. So he already has 1 win this season right here at the Bunker Hill Shootout. So Joe Shannon getting set to kick things off in the Cold Street class with the Peterbilt called J-Rod. Joe Shannon, J-Rod, full pull. So we'll wait to get the official word from trackside if they are going to leave that sled set. So the word trackside is they are going to add a little bit more weight to that sled, try to get these guys stopped a little shorter as they had to flag him off at the end of the run. So our next truck getting ready to go out of Alliance, Ohio with an 89 Max Superliner. This is going to be David Reimer with the truck called the Blue Collar Bulldog. So make a quick sled adjustment here, tighten it up a little bit, try to keep these guys a little closer to that 300-foot mark. All right, so David Reimer getting set to go. All right, so David Reimer with the Blue Collar Bulldog out of Alliance. We'll wait to get his official distance. And the distance for David Reimer with the Blue Collar Bulldog, 2:53 even. 2:53 even. So he is going to turn that hook down, and we'll see him come back as he was a test puller since the sled was reset. So we'll see him come back at the end of the class. All right, so our next competitor set to come to the sled out of Suffield, Ohio with a 378 Peterbilt. This is going to be Mitch Shannon with the truck called Chase and Tail. So Mitch Shannon getting ready to go, looking to get out, set that leader mark, as we do not have an official distance yet in the class. Mitch Shannon chasing tail. So we'll wait to get his official mark. And the distance for Mitch Shannon, 257.92, 257.92. So that will now be the mark to beat in the class. Our next competitor coming out on the track with an 07 International 5900 out of Alliance, Ohio. This is going to be Brady Sickles with the truck called Still Blocked. See if Brady Sickles can get out past that 257 mark, take over that top spot. Brady Sickles putting down a good strong pass. First time running that truck. He had another truck he was running last year, a former competitor in the diesel pickup truck division. And the distance for Brady Sickles, 289.92, 289.92. So he'll be your new leader in the class. Our next truck set to come to the track with a 1986 Mack Superliner. This is going to be Wyatt Novak with the truck called Bad Company. So now he's going to look to get beyond that 289 lead mark. Strong running Mack in this street semi division. Wyatt Novak, Bad Company, needed to go beyond 289. We'll wait to get his distance from the laser. And the distance for Wyatt Novak and Bad Company, 3:01.01. He's your new leader, Wyatt Novak, Bad Company. Our next competitor getting set to come to the track with a Mack Superliner. This is going to be Joey Bonner with the truck called Betty. Now, Joey Bonner, a regular competitor on the Super Semi division, running the Maximus Prime truck. Running his street truck here tonight. So definitely a well-versed driver in the Semi division. We'll see what he can do with the street truck here tonight. He was set to compete last night up at the Ashtabula County Fair, as we had 10 of the Super Semis on hand up there. Some of the top trucks in the country. Unfortunately, about half of Ashtabula County lost power last night, and we had to call the pull up there, as it was going to be several hours before the power come back on. So Joe Bonner getting ready to go with Betty. Joey Bonner with Betty. Gonna be up around that 270 mark. And the distance for Joey Bonner, 250.25, 250.25. Our next truck set to come to the line with a Kenworth W900. So up on the sled now, this is Lee Allen. So wait to get the distance for Lee Allen. .294.38. 294.38. So the next truck getting set to go with the Kenworth W900. This is going to be Mason Ernest with the Bad Little B. So Mason Ernest getting ready to go with a Bad Little B. Looking to get beyond that 3:01 lead mark. Mason Ernest, the Bad Little B. And the distance, 2:43.56, 2:43.56. So the next truck getting ready to come to the sled with the 1990 Ford cab over CL9000. This is Colton Casper with the truck called Sid. So that lead mark still out of 3:01. All right, Colton Casper with the CL 9000 will get his official distance as we've got just a couple trucks to go. And the distance for Colton Casper, 200.5, 200.5. So 2 more to go in the Cold Street division. So our first competitor coming back to the line before the sled was reset. This is Joe Shannon with the truck J-Rod, the Peterbilt 379. So 2 more to go, and then we're going to round out the evening with the Hot Street semis. All right, so Joe Shannon set to go. Took it all the way out the gate before the sled was reset. We'll see what he can do with J-Rod. Joe Shannon with J-Rod. Needed to get beyond 3:01 for the lead. We'll wait to get his official distance, but it looks like he's going to get past that 3:01 mark with a lot of distance in between. Needed to go beyond 3:01. Distance for Joe Shannon with J-Rod. 3:28 even. He's your new leader. So 1 more to go. So we'll see David Reimer coming back to the track with the Blue Collar Bulldog. Turned down his pass after the sled was reset. Going to look to get beyond that new lead of 3:28. So David Reimer getting ready to go. Our final truck in the Cold Street class. Then we'll get ready to go with Hot Street semis.
If you were productive, you know crap. That's my buddy's dad.
David Reimer, the blue-collar Bulldog. So we'll get his official distance from the laser, then we'll have a rundown in our Cold Street semis. And the distance for David Reimer, 254.34, 254.34. So we'll have a rundown of your top 5 in the class. 5th place is going to go to David Reimer with the blue collar Bulldog. 4th is going to go to Mitch Shannon with Chasing Tail. 3rd is going to go to Brady Sickles with Still Blocked. 2 is going to go to Lee Royal. And your winner at 301, Wyatt Novak, Bad Company. Sorry, your winner tonight, Joe Shannon at 328 with J-Rod. So run down to your top 5 again. 5th place is going to be Mitch Shannon. 4th is going to be Brady Sickles. 3 will be Lee Royal. 2nd, Wyatt Novak, and your winner, Joe Shannon at 328. So starting off the Hot Street semis, this is Joe Kismore with Spare Parts. Distance for Alan Kismore and Spare Parts, 271.45, 271.45. So the word trackside is he is going to keep that distance. Our sled is set, so the mark to beat, 271.45. Also, if you are missing a set of car keys, they will be at the announcer stand, located in the bottom of the announcer stand. If you are missing a car key, we have it here in the announcer stand. Our next competitor getting set to come to the track with a 94 Kenworth. This is going to be Marcus Ballantyne out of Garrettsville, Ohio, with the Kenworth called Always Thinking. So he's going to look to get beyond that 271 mark.
Tell me that one. That would break the internet. Go get J-Rod, go hook up the land on, and he's going to get towed on. We can do it. I got a little way to do it, fine.
So Marcus Ballantyne getting set to go. Always Thinking. Looking to get beyond 271. Marcus Ballantyne, always thinking. So we'll get his official mark, but definitely going to move that leader cone. And the distance for Marcus Ballantyne, 340.37, 340.37. So the new mark to beat with 2 to go in the Hot Street Semi Division. So coming out to the track next, out of Manaway, Ohio, with the 2000 W900 Kenworth. This is going to be Olin Benjamin with the truck called Black Panther. So we've seen him jump up and run with the 3.6 trucks. Now we'll see what he can do in the Hot Street Division. So Olin Benjamin getting ready to go in the Hot Street class, looking to get beyond that 340 lead mark. Again, want to remind everybody, we're back here tomorrow night with lots of pulling action yet to go. Single engine modified tractors, limited pro tractors, super stock four-wheel drive trucks, classic super stock tractors, and street diesel four-wheel drives. Also, the CS crew will be streaming 2 events tomorrow night. We'll be streaming the Bunker Hill Shootout as well as the Butler Farm Show over in Butler, Pennsylvania. The Western Pennsylvania Tractor and Truck Pullers are running over there tomorrow night, as well as the CS 3.6 Pro Street Semis. So Olin Benjamin looking to get beyond 340 for that lead. Olin Benjamin, Black Panther. And the distance for Olin Benjamin, 369.31, 369.31. He's your new leader. With 1 to go, Olin Benjamin taking the lead at 369. Our final truck of the evening getting ready to go out of Alliance, Ohio with the International 5900. Making the jump up from the Cold Street one to see what he could do against these hot street trucks. This is going to be Brady Sickles with the truck called Still Blocked. So our final truck getting set to go this evening. Brady Sickles was still blocked, looking to get beyond 369. Making the jump up from the Cold Street class. See what he can do here in the Hot Street. All right, so green lights on the sled, green flags are out. Brady Sickles was still blocked. Brady Sickles still blocked. We'll wait to get the official mark, and we'll have a rundown in the Hot Street semis. And the distance for Brady Sickles, 285.78, 285.78. So rundown in the Hot Street semis. Fourth place is going to go to Alan Kismore with spare parts. Third's going to go to Brady Sickles with still blocked. Second's going to go to Marcus Ballantyne, always thinking. And your winner tonight, 369 feet, Olin Benjamin with Black Panther. On behalf of everyone here at the Bunker Hill Shootout, I'd like to thank you for coming out tonight. Want everyone see you back here tomorrow and have a safe trip home.